Good. So we're going to talk about breathing today, and yoga breathing is a sort of different way from breathing every day. You're using a conscious and deliberate effort to bring different effects to your breath. There's a bit of a learning curve with it. It doesn't come naturally to everyone, and some people find it quite hard. So I've had a few requests for people to have either a refresher in it or to be introduced to it, so hopefully this video will help you with that. So the ujjayi breathing that I talk about in my classes all the time is quite a specific way of breathing, making this sort of gentle hissing sound. Now, if you've not been in a group class with me lately, because we can't meet face to face, you're not going to have heard that. But if you're in a class with me, you'll hear this sort of hissing sound, this ocean sound in the room, and it's coming from the way people are breathing. But it does take a little bit of getting used to, and some people find that they take to it straight away. Some people find it's hard to remember to do it and they just forget, and other people struggle to pick it up at all. You don't have to bring it into practice. If you find it's just impossible for you to make that sound, then just breathe through the nose and breathe without too much force or effort. We're not sucking in and out the breath like you might during an aerobic workout. It's much more subtle breath than that. But I'm going to introduce you to the ujjayi and just see if it's something that you can bring into your practice. So let's start off. I just want you to bring a hand to your upper chest and then bring a hand to your abdomen. And just relax your shoulders, and I want you to start breathing through your nose. But I want you to breathe quite gently, so there's no sort of sucking the breath in and out, or trying to breathe deeply or fully. Just notice the breath coming in and out through the nose, and each time you breathe in, just say silently to yourself, in. And each time you breathe out, out. So just get a feel for your inhale and exhale. Keep your chest and belly relaxed, and try not to force anything. Try not to suck in the breath. Just let that be much more relaxed, and just see if you can even out the flow of the breath so it's not rushing in or rushing out. And then I'm going to start bringing in a movement with the arms. So carry on breathing, aware of the inhale and exhale. The next time you inhale, just float your arms up. Just let them come up. And then as you exhale, bring them down again. And we're just going to do this a few times. Keep the arms relaxed. Just breathe in, arms up. Breathe out, arms down. And we're just going to do another couple of these. Perhaps close your eyes and just feel the breath come in without any force, without struggle, and out. Your rhythm might be completely different to mine. I want you to just find your own rhythm and work to that. Let's do one more of those. Once you've finished, just stop there, and we're going to now see if we can add in a gentle sound to that breath. I don't want you to add more force to the breath or try and deepen it in any way. We're just going to try and make a sort of ocean sound, the sound of a wave coming in onto a pebble beach and going out again. So I'm going to demonstrate. I'm going to do it as loud as I can. You don't have to do it this loud, just so that you can hear it. So I'm going to start off just coming into my relaxed breath, breathing through the nose, mouth is closed, and on my exhale, I'm going to see if I can make a sound. So I took a couple of breaths there, I started exhaling, and then I tried to maintain the same sound on the inhale. And it's just this sound of gentle vibration in the throat, the hissing sound on the exhale and inhale. It's easier to pick up on your exhale. So I'm going to invite you to have a go. It feels a bit weird. It might be something you've never done before or heard anyone do before. It really does add a lot to your practice, and it allows you to remain very connected to your breath. Often when we're in a physical practice of yoga, we forget about the breath entirely and just try and think about what the body is doing. Once you've got the hang of that, there's a whole other aspect of yoga practice around the breath, and really deepening into an awareness of the breath that can really come into quite a profound change in your practice. So I'd really encourage you to have a go at this way of breathing and see what it brings to you. It brings a focus into your throat area, which takes the focus out of your busy mind. It helps to slow down your breathing. You're literally creating a valve in your throat, and you're controlling the flow of exhale and inhale. By doing that, you're able to move more slowly in your movements. You're able to really feel and experience each movement that you take, and you stay very connected to your breath. And that slowing down of the breath and that smoothing out and evening out of the breath is very calming on the nervous system. So there's a lot of benefits to it. I would encourage you to try it. So we're going to have a go. See if it feels weird. So we're going to breathe in. Just come back to the natural breath for a couple of breaths. Don't try and force or suck in the breath. Just relax, breathe in, and then when you're ready to, try breathing out and making a sound from the throat, mouth closed, through the nose. And then inhale. And just see if you can keep that going. If you've managed to pick it up, just practice it. Just keep it going. If you haven't managed to pick it up yet, keep trying. As you exhale, just gently constrict the throat. You're creating a valve, and see if you can make a vibration occur in the throat that creates this sound. It's easier to get on the exhale, so certainly try bringing it in on the exhale first. Then once you've managed to find the exhale, try and keep the constriction in the throat, the valve there, and inhale as well. Through the nose, mouth is closed. And just keep that sound going. So if you've managed to pick it up, well done. Carry on using it in your practice. If you haven't managed to pick it up yet, I'm going to try another way for you to come into it. We're going to start by making the sound with the mouth open. So the sound is like the H sound. So those are the muscles you're using in your throat. Like you're saying happy. So I want you to try and create that sound, like you're trying to fog up a mirror. And then about halfway through your exhale, try closing the mouth, but keep the sound going. If you can do that, then try doing it without starting with the mouth open. And that's the sound. Once you've got that on the exhale, then bring it in on the inhale as well. Okay? So that's if you're finding it hard to bring in. If you're really just finding that you're not able to bring it in at all, then give it a break. Don't keep forcing yourself or struggling with it. Wait until you're able to see a teacher in person who can perhaps give you a little bit more guidance, maybe see what it is you're doing. Notice if you're getting lightheaded. If you get lightheaded, to stop, take a moment, sit down. You're breathing too strongly, breathing too forcefully. Shouldn't make you lightheaded. It's a common problem in yoga practice at the beginning that people overbreathe and they get themselves dizzy, and the ujjayi breathing, once you use it on the exhale and on the inhale, it actually prevents you getting lightheaded because you can just create that controlled inhale, exhale. You're not over-breathing. So if you do find yourself getting dizzy, then just try and relax the breath. Come back to just breathing much more gently. It's not a forceful breath. Some ways of practicing yoga, there is a real force to the breath, and some people get on really well with that. I find that I don't need to bring that much force to my breath, and then that leaves a space for much more subtle aspects of practice to come forward. But if you find that you force it at first and it works for you, then it will refine from there. There's a sort of refinement process whilst you get the hang of breathing in this way. And initially it might sound weird, you might find yourself snorting, all sorts of things might happen. It's all fine. It does get easier, and it does really become quite a natural part of your practice eventually. So see how you get on. If you found that you're just not able to pick it up, let's wait until we're face to face again, and I'm happy to give you numerous refreshers on it, or just keep working with you to help you get the hang of it. Or you might find it doesn't bring enough to your practice, it's not worth persevering with at the moment, and just breathe through the nose and breathe however you can without over breathing and getting dizzy. So I hope that was helpful. Be in touch if I can help with it at all, and yeah, good luck with your practice. Thanks.